All right, so time to move forward with our order progress page. So far, we've done great work with the pages we put together. And for my order progress page, I'm going to switch back quickly to our wireframe to just see what we have in our sketches. And so on the progress page, we have a little, of course, progress text with a little kind of scale showing, from the time that they placed the order to delivered, where they currently stand. So I'm thinking maybe a little text to show the current status of their order and the little marking here that we can create with a line and a circle. And then down here, we just want to put the delivery address one more time and maybe say delivering to. And then we want to give them the option to change their order, call the restaurant, cancel the order, and such. And I'm thinking we can put these in a little action sheet that iOS gives us. And that's going to be given as an exercise at the end of this lecture. But before we jump into there, let's go ahead and design the other pieces. Also, I'm going to give this page a little more white space than what I kind of sketched out here, because later I want to come back and as we're working on our prototyping, maybe we'll add a cool little animation in here to show the order being prepared or something like that. I've seen it in other delivery apps and I think it looks cool. So we can totally do a little animation here for the user to see what state their order is in. So first, let's get started with the navigation bar. We're going to go ahead and remove this little title from here, the plus icon as well, and change this to order progress. And for this action button, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do view order. And then what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and set the background of this page to accent 2. So I just selected the entire artboard and then I selected accent 2 to give the entire background this color. And now we're going to go ahead and use a line to create a straight line across here and give it a border of 5 pixels. Round the caps, and we're going to go ahead and change this border color to our secondary color, which has this hex code. So because this is a line and lines have a border and these color styles are just fills, we can't use them, but we can go ahead and totally hover over them and take the hex code and use that as our border color instead. Now, if this was a rectangle and we had a fill, we could totally use our color shortcuts over here. And so that's why I'm inputting it manually into here. But again, you can also use your color swatches too. Cool, and then I'm going to do a little ellipse with E, maybe about this big, and I'm just going to use my trackpad to center that over here. And for this one, because it has a fill, we can do a primary color, so we can show where their order stands. Let's go ahead and create a little text box here, and write your order is being prepared by the restaurant. We want to go ahead and give this body 1 medium and use accent 3 for the color. I'm going to place this at the top of the scale, and then at the bottom we're going to duplicate this and write order placed and do another copy over here, right align it and align it here and write order, or actually write delivered, so they kind of know where they stand. Let's go ahead and copy this button or this instance of that button into our order progress page. I'm going to leave it as is, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the T key and write order being delivered to. Exit out of there and just bring that here. Perfect. Let's see what else we have. And we're going to do a little button for them to edit their order from here. So why don't we go ahead and copy this button as well into here, and instead of place order, we're going to change that to edit order. Perfect. So again, we're going to leave the middle empty here for a little animation we're going to put together later on. But for now, I'm going to give you a little exercise. If you still have this document opened or you have it in your XD, go ahead and open it up. If not, you can access it from developer.apple.com/design/resources and then go ahead and download the XD version and then open that up in XD. And once you do have it opened up, it should look like this again, where we drag the navigation bar. And so from this, I'm going to give you an exercise to drag the status bar into all of your artboards at the top. So I want you to place this at the top of your artboards where it applies. And also, let's go ahead and find the action sheet. Oh, there we go. It's under views, UI component views. So this is an action sheet. You can totally go ahead and use this one. So once they press on edit order here in our design, that could pop up and show them the different options they have, which, going back to our mockups, could include, editing the order itself, or calling the restaurant, or canceling that order. So as an exercise, I want you to use this action sheet to place those options into the design there. You can feel free to go ahead and duplicate this artboard and then place that action sheet on top, or you can just separately design the action sheet or bring the action sheet over here on the side of our artboard and place that over there. In fact, I think the second option is easier because you don't really need to duplicate this entire page. So I'll leave that as an exercise, as well as putting the status bar on all of the artboards. And then the next lecture, we're going to come back and do that together.